Good for the cameras, huh?
Big Lum Entertainment.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome once again. What am I doing here? Well, this video was inspired by some training that I witnessed with the Baby on Board crew. They were basically practicing hill starts. Hill starts is a fundamental skill which will be needed if you're riding in traffic, which comes to a halt. You'll have to move off without the embarrassment, damaging your machine, and also looking cool at the same time. So I'm here with the man himself, the panty dropper. You remember him from the Riding Partners episode 1.
Round the roundabout. Let's go. Some people say, it's a panty dropper,
Yeah, man, that's a gorgeous view.
Oh! Aha!
Yep, so he's gonna be here with me, and we're basically going to be working this hill. So I'll be showing you the use of the controls, how we move off, using the throttle, using the clutch. Back brakes, of course, keeps you on a hill, not front brake. Yep, enjoy. Okay, so that's it. Came to a complete stop. Now it's time to move off again. Primary control on a hill would be the brakes. And if you notice, I have no hand secured onto the front brake. I'm using complete back brake to allow the bike to remain in position. If I release the back brake and I hold onto the front brake, might be secure, but might also be able to drag the bike. Just like that. So front brake might not be sufficient to keep the bike in position. Back brake will keep you secure. So it's important when moving off on a hill to keep the back brakes secure. That way you don't have any slide, slips, or backward movement. Can you imagine if you were stopped on a hill and there was an expensive vehicle parked behind you and you began dragging like this and ran into them? Yeah, we don't want that headache. So back brake is going to keep you into position. So I'm going to turn on the machine. I'm going to start. Next, I need to ensure that I'm in first gear, gear number 1. For this type of hill, it's important that you have a gear that's going to give you the most power. So currently, I'm in neutral. I'm going to move down to first gear. So I'm going to pull in my clutch. My foot goes on to the gear shifter, and I'm going to hit first gear. So now I'm in first gear. I cannot release that clutch because the bike is going to stall. So I'm going to move back to neutral, secure my back brakes, start the machine, back onto the front brakes so that I can shift over to first gear, cross legs again. So this is the only part that gets tiring because you have to move from one leg, move back and forth over the bike. But of course, balance is most important. So now that my back brakes keeping the machine in place, it's time for me to move off. When moving off, what's going to get you to move is the gas or the throttle. So what you're going to do is you're going to throttle very lightly. So currently, I'm doing between 3,500 to 4,000 revs per minute. And as I release my clutch, you'll notice the revs will drop. If I pull the clutch back in, the rev will go back up. Release the clutch just a little bit, the revs will drop. Pull the clutch back in, the revs go back up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to release my clutch. The revs are going to drop, and I need to increase the revs by simply opening up the throttle so you use more gas. So now you have more throttle to compensate for the weight of the clutch. If I release the clutch just a little bit more, it's going to drop again. I increase the throttle or the gas by simply Revving it a little higher, my foot goes off the back brake and the bike will begin to move forward. So without hassle, without any stress, simple move off from a hill this steep. Some of the things you do not want to do, as I said earlier, you do not want to remove your foot off the back brake because this could cause you to slide. It might make it difficult, even if I hold the front brakes, make it difficult to keep the bike in position. Back brakes. Please do not release the clutch before time. The bike will simply shut off. No big deal. Neutral. Back brakes. Start. Front brakes to keep in position. Make sure you keep that secured. A lot of people, when they're using the brakes, they use one finger. Some use their pinky. Use your entire hand to grasp the brake. Hold on to that brake lever. Same for the clutch. First gear. Another thing you do not want to do is release the clutch before you even give gas. Again, the weight and the load on the engine will cause it to cut off. So, throttle, clutch, and as I keep adding onto the throttle, I release the back brake. This will cause the machine to move forward slowly. It's a slow process. Throttle, clutch, back brakes, and forward you go. And just like that, that is how you do a hill start. So thanks to the Baby on Board crew for giving me the foresight to do a video like this. I hope you enjoy. Hope you learn some valuable lessons. And feel free to like, share, subscribe if you want to, because I'll be posting more stuff like this. Big up to the riding partner, the panty dropper. We're going to be practicing here for a little bit. I'll probably toss up the drone so you can get some aerial view. Beautiful area right here, lush and green, and also us messing around on the hill. So enjoy.
Never drop your back foot, correct? You have to hold your back foot like so.
Yeah, the brake.
You just open your leg, hold your back foot, something like that. Your foot supposed to be on back foot. Your foot supposed to fly in again, please. Why you don't holding your clutch? You just drop your clutch and let the bike shut off. Put your foot on your back foot.
Yeah, alright.
Go in there. Put your foot on your back foot. Hard. Drop your front foot. Drop your front foot. Let's back up the bike higher than that. Start over. You can't stop and even put in your leg. If your front tire starts speeding, your back stopping it from going back. Drop your front foot. Gas up the bike. And you have to drop your back foot for it to go.
Okay.
Drop your front brakes. Listen to what I say. Gas up the bike. Gas up the bike. Drop up the
So I'm here with the man himself, the panty dropper. You remember him from that ride and So I'm here with the man himself, the panty dropper. You might remember him from the riding partners episode. So I'm here with the man himself, the panty dropper. You might remember him from the riding partner episodes. Well,
Take two.
that is take 3. All right.